Hey survivors, it's been a while since we got anything related to Sons of the Forest. Around 7 months passed since the latest content update, and so many of you are just wondering if there is something at the horizon, or Endonite Games, the developers, are just done with this game. I've already said several times I don't think they're done at all, and that something is getting closer. Not even mentioning that in a bunch of days it will be December, and you know that Endonite usually announces things at the end of the year. I believe we're hearing soon from them. Probably the question we should focus on is, what are they developing? Since we know they're still working on the game thanks to the daily beta testings, we know something's cooking. And in my opinion, it can only be the console and VR release.
Little Mutant Timmy, all grown up.
My best guess is that they're trying to develop the VR edition of the game, and this needs more time, and I'll tell you why. 2024 was an incredible year for VR games. Just think at Batman Arkham Shadow or Metro Awakening, that are some of the best VR experiences of all time. They really raised the bar. And this will be only one of the minor issues Sons of the Forest should be concerned about. But now that we got those incredibly interactive experiences, the sequel to The Forest needs not to be as good, but be very close. But this is not why the game is taking too long to be released in VR. The main and biggest problem here is the amount of animations the game has. Since Sons of the Forest is the best survival simulator out there, and the VR edition of The Forest was already considered the best VR survival experience so far, its sequel cannot break the immersion every 2 minutes due to animations. Just think at all the crafting animations in the inventory, goddammit! Every crafting has 5 seconds long animation. How would you feel if every time you craft something, the first person view switches to a third person view and then back to first? It would be confusing, wouldn't it? And this problem was already addressed in the VR edition of The Forest, since you had to go to the third person view every time you had to skin an animal or during a plane crash. Sons of the Forest cannot break the immersion since it is its main focus. It will be up to the player to physically craft all items. Just think at the bone armor crafting animation. The player will get the bones, the rope, and then visually surround them with duct tape. Or when building a campfire, you have to visually break the stick and place it down. Want to reinforce the fire with a quarter log? Need to cut them first. Can you imagine how long it takes to convert all the animations in-game to actual movements the players needs to act in VR? I think there are around, 130 animations. And I don't believe Endonite would be so goofy to just make a third-person view for each animation. But how does this affect the console port? Well, at the moment, PlayStation VR 2 is the best and most common VR software out there, along with MetaCast. So it will be quite understandable if they delay the release on PlayStation. They want PlayStation players to enjoy the game, both in VR and on screen. How long will it take? I don't know. It could be a few more months, or maybe we're gonna wait till June or the next September. How can we ever know? I only believe we'll hear news from Endonite next month, in December. But until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and consider subscribing, follow me on all the social media, especially on our Reddit community and Discord server on Instagram and Facebook. And always remember, guys, to survive the forest.